They told you focus was about productivity, to-do lists, time blocks, calming music. They sold you apps, habits, routines, and they called it discipline. But that's not focus. Focus, real focus, is violence. It's psychological warfare against distraction. It's the art of eliminating everything until only the mission remains. Machiavelli never wrote about time management. He wrote about domination, about power, about the few who bend the world while the rest scroll past it. This isn't about balance. This isn't about peace. This is about conquest.
Hey guys, we're Wisdom, based in Abu Dhabi. We use AI tools to make these concepts come to life, but it's our amazing team who goes deep, breaking down powerful philosophical ideas and showing how they really apply in everyday life. We hope you enjoyed today's content.
If you want to be average, stop here. But if you're ready to weaponize your attention, sharpen your mind like a blade, and become untouchable in a world of noise, then listen carefully. Because what comes next isn't advice, it's doctrine. 20 principles. No fluff, no compromise. Just the cold, tactical framework for building a focus so sharp, it cuts through time, weakness, and every excuse you've ever made. Most men try to focus by adding more goals, more tools, more noise. But power doesn't come from more, it comes from less. Machiavellian focus starts with a blade. Cut apps. Cut distractions. Cut people who drain. Subtraction is clarity. Elimination is strength. Discipline is deletion. This is subtraction over addition. The first principle of real focus. Build by cutting, sharpen by burning. Strip it all until only the mission remains. Dabbling is weakness. Jumping from task to task, skill to skill, spreads your power thin. Machiavelli knew, if you want control, you must commit. Choose one domain, one craft, one arena, then dominate it. Burn the safety nets. Kill Plan B. Specialization forces you to rise, or die trying. This is mastery through specialization. The second principle of elite focus. Don't be everywhere. Be unbeatable. Somewhere. Your mind is a kingdom. Your time is territory. And every minute you give away to noise, to nonsense, to other people's agendas, is conquered ground. Machiavellian focus demands you rule with precision. Design your day like a tyrant. Guard your attention like a dictator guards his throne. No open borders. No mercy for distractions. This is territorial control of the mind. The third principle of tactical focus. You are the ruler. Your schedule is law. Enforce it, without exception. The loud chase attention. The powerful attract it, by saying less. Machiavelli understood. Mystery builds tension. Silence breeds respect. Availability kills value. Don't announce. Don't explain. Don't overshare. Operate in shadows. Let them wonder. Let them guess. This is silence is power. The fourth principle of focused dominance. Be seen rarely. Be felt always. Comfort is a trap. It breeds softness, kills urgency, weakens the will, but pressure. Pressure sharpens. It clarifies. It forges killers. Machiavellian focus isn't natural, it's engineered. Set brutal deadlines. Make bold promises. Create consequences that scare you. Then perform under the weight. This is manufacture pressure. The fifth principle of forged focus. Stress is your weapon. Use it or be broken by it. Your mind is programmable, and the elite program it with precision. Rituals aren't routines. They're weapons, triggers, commands to the brain. Same place, same time, same sequence, until your mind knows it's time to go to war. The Machiavellian doesn't wait to feel motivated. He builds rituals that override emotion. This is ruthless rituals. The seventh principle of cold-blooded focus. Discipline isn't a mood, it's a switch, and you control it. Even when the mind wavers, never let it show. Because in power, perception is everything. Machiavelli knew. If they believe you're focused, they treat you like you are. If they doubt you, they test you. Project clarity, project control, project intensity, until the mask becomes real, until your image sculpts your identity. This is assume the mask of focus. The eighth principle of psychological warfare. Appear sharp, act sharp, become unbreakable. The crowd confuses. The noise distracts. Approval weakens. Machiavelli chose solitude, not to escape, but to sharpen. Because alone is where clarity lives. Alone is where strategy forms. Alone is where kings are made. This is solitude as weapon. The ninth principle of elite focus. Silence isn't loneliness. It's power unchallenged. Use it, or be used by the noise. Not all tasks are equal. Not all time is sacred. Most men waste energy on the meaningless. The Machiavellian filters everything. Mission critical? Do it now. Supportive? Schedule it. Nice to have. Delay or delegate. Distractions? Destroy them. This is hierarchy of values. The 10th principle of strategic focus. No action without rank. No effort without impact. Move what matters. Eliminate what doesn't. Long hours don't build empires. Precision does. The average man spreads his work over days. The Machiavellian compresses it into hours. No fluff, no drift, no wasted motion. 1 hour of surgical execution crushes a week of busy work. This is collapsed time. The 11th principle of elite focus. Don't stretch the timeline. Destroy it. Work like time owes you nothing because it doesn't. Power isn't everywhere. It's concentrated in key people, platforms, and decisions. The average man spreads himself thin. The Machiavellian strikes where it matters. Find the leverage points, the gatekeepers, the pressure points, the high ROI moves. Ignore the rest. This is target power nodes. The 12th principle of strategic dominance. Don't move more. Move smarter. One right move beats 100 blind ones. What you consume shapes who you become. Most men feed on junk, content, gossip, noise, then wonder why their mind is soft, distracted, unfocused. But the Machiavellian doesn't consume for comfort. He consumes for power. Every book, every podcast, every conversation must serve the mission. If it doesn't sharpen your edge, deepen your strategy, or arm you for war, it's a distraction in disguise. Entertainment is for civilians. You are building an empire. Read like a general studies maps. Listen like an assassin gathering intelligence. Watch like a ruler scanning for opportunity. Your mind is a vault. Don't fill it with trash. This is consume strategically. Principle 13 of Machiavellian focus. Feed only what fuels the mission. Starve everything else. Most men operate blindly. They grind, repeat, guess, and call it growth. But a Machiavellian never moves without measurement. He installs feedback everywhere. Every task is tracked, every outcome dissected, every mistake turned into ammunition, because power doesn't come from effort. It comes from refinement. What worked? Do it again. Sharper. What failed? Cut it. Replace it. Move forward. You're not hustling, you're iterating like a weapon upgraded with every battle. You become more efficient, more lethal, more precise. This is engineer feedback loops. Principle 14 of Machiavellian focus. Don't just act, adapt, refine. Strike again, smarter every time. Your mind is your kingdom. If you don't protect it, invaders will. Every distraction, every toxic voice, every mental drift is a breach in your defenses. The Machiavellian doesn't allow leaks. He trains his mind like a military. Reward focus. Punish drift. Every time you resist temptation, you reinforce the walls. Every time you cave, you invite collapse. Guard your thoughts like a tyrant guards his throne. No weak inputs, no emotional sabotage, no idle scrolling in enemy territory. This is Fortress of the Mind. Principle 15 of Machiavellian Focus. You don't visit focus, you live there. Your greatest enemy isn't out there. It's the voice inside, the one whispering, "Take it easy. You've done enough. You're being too intense." That's not your friend, that's the saboteur. He disguises himself as reason, as self-care, as balance. But he's here to steal your fire, to soften your edge, to keep you average. A Machiavellian doesn't argue with weakness. He eliminates it. Silence the guilt. Kill the doubt. Exile the shame. You're not here to be understood. You're here to be unstoppable. This is kill the internal saboteur. Principle 16 of Machiavellian Focus. Conquer yourself, or be conquered by yourself. Distraction doesn't always wear noise. Sometimes it wears emotion, anger, envy, insecurity, a rude message, a missed opportunity, a silent insult. Most men react, and in that moment, they lose control. But the Machiavellian remains still, not because he feels nothing, but because he commands everything. Your emotions are not your compass. They are your test. Hold the line. Don't flinch. Don't explain. Don't respond unless it builds the mission. This is train emotional immunity. Principle 17 of Machiavellian Focus. Let others burn in their feelings. You rise in silence, unshaken, undistracted, untouched. Attention is not free, it's capital. And every click, every scroll, every conversation is a transaction. Most men spend their focus like peasants, wasting it on gossip, noise, distractions that pay them nothing. But a Machiavellian, he invests it ruthlessly, only into actions that build, only into ideas that sharpen, only into relationships that multiply. Focus is not about saying yes. It's about saying no over and over again, until only the essential remains. This is focus as currency. Principle 18 of Machiavellian Focus. Protect it like gold. Spend it like a king. Let nothing steal it without tribute. The need to explain is the need to be approved. And the man who seeks approval has already surrendered power. Most people talk too much. They reveal their plans, defend their decisions, explain their grind. To people who don't matter, won't understand, and never built anything themselves. But the Machiavellian knows power grows in silence. Silence builds tension. Tension builds status. So stop explaining. Let results speak. Let moves appear without warning. Let them wonder what you're building in the dark. This is silence over justification. Principle 19 of Machiavellian Focus. Speak less. Build more. Let silence do your talking and fear do the rest. Most men fear failure like it's final. They panic, pause, quit. But the Machiavellian sees failure for what it is. Data, a broken plan, adjust it, a missed target, re-aim, a bad day, recover, fast. The difference is speed. You don't mourn failure. You study it. You extract the lesson. You return to the mission, stronger. The rule is simple. Never miss twice. Fail once. Fine. Miss again. Unacceptable. Because failure is not the end. It's the feedback loop of the elite. This is failure is part of the system. Principle 20 of Machiavellian Focus. Collapse, rebuild, advance. Let the weak break. You reload and strike again. If you see me again, well, congratulations. It means you're starting to think differently. It means you're paying attention. And if that's the case, you already know what to do next. Because in a world full of manipulation, silence, and strategy, you don't follow the noise. You follow the power.
Thanks for spending time in this. If this sparked a new way of thinking, hit like and subscribe to keep the ideas flowing. And don't forget Check the description for the links to the resources and the original books we used today. We'll see you in the next one.